morning, channel. You ever get the feeling like you really shouldn't got out of bed this morning? I have just not had my you-know-what together this morning. Trying to get this ride set up to go. Needed to get gas, forgot my wallet, wasn't at a station that took Apple Pay from my phone, so I had to find another station. Cameras don't want to work right this morning. Finally, I think I got them squared away. Anyway, it's just been one hiccup after another this morning. Getting this ready to go. But anyway, good morning, channel. It is Saturday morning. It is around 7 o'clock. What time is it? 7:40. See? So much crap going wrong, I've lost track of time. 7:40 in the morning. Temperature on the bike says 74. I'm going to call it 70. It's a little bit cooler. It's definitely not 74. Maybe even 68. Anyway, I am out this morning. I'm going to take a fairly long ride this morning and test out how my neck feels with this helmet on for an extended period of time, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. My setup this morning is I have the Ace Pro on my handlebar mount facing forward, but on a rotary connection where I can turn it around if I want. The problem with that is the base of the rotary connection doesn't sit super tight on the platform it sits on. So sometimes the Ace Pro gets a little loose and I have to stop, take it apart, tighten the screw on the bottom, put it back together. Anyway, the Ace Pro on my handlebar, and I've got my GoPro Hero 10 on the suction cup on top of the saddlebag. And I've got it tethered. Sort of a homeschool tethering, but it's tethered. Just in case something goes wrong there. I've had good luck with that quad mount suction cup. I don't think anything's going to go wrong, but just in case, it's tethered today. And I am channeling audio through my Rode Wireless Me mic system. One receiver, one transmitter in this package. Got the transmitter attached to my microphone post inside my helmet, the one that came with the Sena communication system. And then I've got the receiver attached to the GoPro back there on the saddlebag. Now, the reason I don't have the receiver up here on the Ace Pro is that requires an attachment to the Ace Pro that is not waterproof. And as you guys can see, the skies above me are not looking promising for rain. Like, somewhere around 10 o'clock it's supposed to start raining. So I'm going to go as far as I can go till about 8:30 and then turn around and come back. Everything I have believe should be waterproof. Not sure about the Rode wireless mic receiver on the Hero 10 that is connected by 3.5 little springy little cord. That connection is clearly not waterproof. But is it water resistant? I don't know. My takeaway here is that if you're going to be riding in what might be rain, you probably just want to put your cameras up. That in a little bit. So how was your week? Hope everybody had a good week. Mine was uneventful. Cruiseman should be joining us for breakfast. He's back in town tomorrow morning. So why am I doing this? Why am I out testing this ride, a longish ride with this helmet on my head? Well, I very well might be taking this bike to Colorado sometime in midsummer, late summer. And if you followed my channel for any length of time, you know that I have some vertebrae issues, C6, C7. Had the disc herniate on me a year or so ago, and it's caused some tingling, numbness in my left hand and sometimes down my left leg, and so I'm been working that issue through medication so far, and it's tolerable. Like, I can live everyday life without being in pain. But having this helmet on my head for what will be 2 8-hour days of riding might not be, number one, good for the neck, number two, pain-wise, not tolerable. Now, I am not on any kind of ibuprofen or anything this morning because I just want to sort of get a baseline of how it feels. But yeah, anyway, if I can tolerate it, I would love to take this bike to Colorado. Absent surgery, I'm not sure that my days of long trips aren't very, very numbered on the bike. Right now, it's not hurting. I mean, it's never totally gone. I can always feel something back there going, hey, I'm still here, guess what? And that's what it's telling me right now. I'm here, I'm not going away. So you guys know Max McAllister and Traxxion Dynamics. I know I've talked about him a lot on my channel, and I have a lot of his products on my bike. Well, he and Cruiseman have teamed up together. I think the request originally came from Cruiseman, but Max has developed, oh, go ahead and pull out in front of me there, guy. Max has developed, at the request of Cruiseman, a camera mount. Or, I mean, it's just a general RAM mount that you can put cameras, GPS, cell phone, whatever makes sense to you, for these 2018 plus Honda Goldwings. And the mount, the interesting thing about it, the unique thing about it, is it attaches it attaches to your rear view mirror down there on the screws that hold your rear view mirror on. And therefore it is fixed to the fairing. So that when you turn the bike, like right now, my Ace Pro is on the handlebar. So when I turn the bike, the camera turns. But with this new mount, you can put it up there in front of the fairing, so you're not going to get any of the visual interference of the windshield or anything like that. But when you turn, the camera stays pointing forward with the bike. Blind spot system is working well this morning. Anyway, I found that super interesting. So Max made 12 of them and he's sending them out to a test market. Cruiseman and I are one of the 12. And it should be in today. Cruiseman should have them today. So tomorrow morning I might pick that up from Cruiseman, and I am very much looking forward to how that works out. I think that'll be a cool addition to the whole vlogging setup. Now, when I say I'm one of the 12, mind you, Max didn't just give us these things. We bought them at full price. He's charging $79 a piece for them, for the mount. And I will let you know if they're worth $79. I get it installed. So look forward to that. That's kind of cool and coming. GoPro Hero 10 is still steadfastly attached to the trunk, to the saddlebag. That's good. Hope it's recording audio okay. Otherwise, this whole video today might be a bust. But video is not the intent today. Today, it's a long ride to see how I do. Also, have you guys seen the latest video put out by Mac, Gold Rider 1? He purchased a new lift for his bike, jack slash lift. I don't know which it is. It's not a platform lift like you would think you drive your bike up on and raise it. It's more like a jack, but it's pretty cool, pretty sturdy, pretty stout. Big Blue, I think it's what it's called. I don't know. But he put that thing together and put his bike on it and did a video of it and lifted that bike, I mean, at least 3 foot in the air on this thing. And I was nervous the whole time watching the experiment. Seems to work well. Something for you guys to check out if you're interested in finding something that will lift your bike up so that you can get to it and work on it. He does a great job of showing you what's available to you, accessible to you once it's on the lift and up, which will be the oil filter and transmission filter and all the drain plugs. Kind of a cool lift. I'm not sure I would ever have the guts to lift it up like that. I mean, it may become necessary someday because I cannot crawl on the floor anymore to change the oil. But yeah, it's an interesting lift. You guys go check it out. Good video, Mac. Larry in Canada, hope you're doing well. Road Glide. Talk to you this morning, my friend. Glad you're doing well. Adding, just going everywhere, doing everything. Cool stuff. Terribly envious of your rides, Adding. Good videos recently. And I follow a guy most of you probably don't know. He's but he lives up in Vermont, so he's got some beautiful rides. He doesn't ride a Goldwing. I forget what his bike is, but it's more of a sport bike. And you know, I've been watching him for a couple of years. He's a good Christian guy, fun to watch, and he just makes things entertaining. He's so upbeat and energetic, totally unlike me, right? So, you know, I've watched him for years, and I love his content. He's got a great house, great family. Anyway, about a year ago, he was on vacation with the family to Disney World, and they were on a playground with the kids, and he hit his head on some of the playground equipment as he was walking towards it or something, and hit it pretty hard. And ultimately, that impact damaged his neck, and the pain was unbearable. And he went through all the steps that, you know, insurance makes you do: smoke signals, voodoo, all the crap you got to do before they actually get to the MRI so they can see what the hell's wrong with your neck. And Mike, I feel you. I've been through several of those steps. Anyway, they determined he needed surgery, so he had that ACDF surgery. If you don't know about ACDF and you're curious, go check it out. Google it, you'll see it. Go on YouTube, search for ACDF. Acronym for anterior, which means they come in from the front of your neck, not the back. They come in through the front, like right around your Adam's apple. Anyway, anterior cervical, that's the C. Discectomy, that's removing the damaged disc. And fusion, that's the F part. ACDF, fusion, where they go in and with some titanium plates and screws fuse those vertebrae together after they've cleaned out all the disc material and got it good and ready for that. But it's a long recovery from that, and right out of surgery it's difficult. You got to learn how to swallow again, and it's just all kinds of difficult. Not to mention, they're coming in from the front. They're going around your Adam's apple and a couple of, I don't know, pretty vital arteries in there. So anyway, he had it done. It was successful. He has, and this was like back last November, he has been healing ever since then, and just this week was cleared to put, by his doctor, to put on his helmet and go for a ride, and he did a video of it. And you want to talk about a man who loves motorcycle riding and missed it terribly, and through all the trauma and stress he had to go through the last 6 months, it was an emotional experience getting back on that bike for the first time with a helmet on and going for a short ride, knowing that the worst is over and he may get back to where he was and can ride again. I cannot recommend enough this video. Y'all go check it out. His channel is titled his name, Michael Byrne, B-Y-R-N-E, I believe is how it's spelled. I will put a link up above and down in the description to that video. This is a great guy, and I mean, wow, Hallmark minute this guy gets back on the bike. Y'all go check it out. So you meet the nicest people when you're out on a motorcycle. Everybody's got motorcycle stories. Made it all the way up to Lake Texoma. Got off to stretch my legs a little bit, as you can see here. Beautiful lake. This is the lake that borders Oklahoma and Texas. That's why they call it Texoma. Anyway, ran into Chris back there doing some fishing this morning. Had a long conversation about the bikes we used to own and the travels we used to make and the stories we used to have. Anyway, it was good meeting Chris. Good guy. All right, let me get back on this thing and head back home. Neck's doing okay. That's encouraging. All right, guys. Well, I am going to pull over and pull off these cameras because I said video is not the intent today. We're going to see how my neck does on this long ride, and I need to focus and concentrate on that. So thank you for joining me on this overcast day. Thank you for following my channel. Thank you for all the kind comments, and I will see you again next week. Until then, friends, ride safe and God bless.